You buy Arby's.
No.
And
It'll make you
cornflakes.
shit.
I was gonna say cocaine and hookers, but I guess Arby's works.
Sorry,
This stream is
we
brought
can't
to
do
you
that.
by corn. It has the juice.
It does. I can't think of anything more beautiful.
Corn.
When I tried it with butter, everything changed.
Brought to you by my close personal friend, Brian David Gilbert.
All right. We are live, and we are past the pre-roll ads. And so now it's time to talk about what's going on. Hello. Welcome back to
We forgot everything that happened.
Scarlet
so we're
Sash
starting a new game.
Stories. It's been 84 years since we've played. Sinking of Titanic has happened. We all died. But we are back now to play ZweihanderRPG on the ZweihanderRPG channel. Well, we are here for episode 35, which the numbers just keep getting bigger. It's crazy how that works.
Usually how numbers work.
Sometimes.
Sometimes it don't be like that, but it do.
Episode 35 of Scarlet Sash Stories, our long-form Zweihander RPG campaign that was founded in partnership with the people at Grim and Perilous to run on this here channel. And so it has been at least a month and a half since we've played. And so we're going to do a little recap stuff, make sure that all of us here who play this game know what's going on, and make sure that all of you who watch here at Twitch or on YouTube also have some idea of what's going on. So, things are grim and perilous right now
way.
on Scarlet Sash Stories. We
Damn.
have
Who would have guessed?
entered in. Let me do some camera work here for those of you watching the stream. We have entered the domain of the Skurzak, where they have constructed a facility atop the body of a dead or dying, maybe still barely alive, Orc's god. And he has a colossal mushroom growing
Schlong.
out of his heart.
Schlong.
Also that. And the Skurzak here seem to be doing some kind of arcane nonsense with the godhood of this dying being.
Rat shenanigans.
Our intrepid sash bearers have so far explored a little bit, taken over a tower, engineered and employed soul transporting technology, and are in the process of trying to
John, are you going to join us?
escape / defeat a scion of the Prince of Change, having traveled to one of his temples through a portal powered by the souls of dead Skurzak.
Hell
And
yeah.
so they meandered their way through this temple, some kind of ancient shrine to the demon Prince of Change, and he showed them a variety of visions or prophecies or maybe events that have already occurred. Difficult to tell, but each character was shown or spoken to in some way, and they finally escaped the halls of change into the Twisted Chapel, which, is this the right one? Nope, that's empty. And at the climax of last 2 months ago's episode, we found our sash bearers in the foyer of the Twisted Chapel, unsure of what path to take. as we often find ourselves these days.
And you need to sort that out quicker if it happens again.
And so they were offered 2 options by the Prince of Change. Enter the chapel and face the final test. After defeating the final test, they would be rewarded with knowledge or insight into what exactly is going on here at the body of the Orcs God. Or they could simply leave. They were shown an exit that would take them from this half of Shadow Castle over to the other half of Shadow Castle, where presumably the Shadowmancer that they have heard so much about resides, where he controls the umbral engine that hides this entire facility from the prying eyes of the other mortal species.
But
And-
we,
Mortal Engine,
the
TM.
group,
Yeah,
Drop
Mortal,
out
group
TV,
that we
all
are.
rights reserved.
yeah, Mortal Engine TM. We'll be making
being
merch
the
of
group
that.
that we are, we didn't choose either of those choices, did we?
And
Hunter?
so there was heated discussion among our sash bearers about what exactly the right choice would be. There was philosophical dissections of what fate and choice mean, and the eventual decision was made by Nabeen to solve the problem with explosives. And
as she do.
so
I support this decision.
Nabeen and Lillian decided that if a god presents you 2 options, you explode a third option.
Correct.
Explode a third option. I love it.
And so a bomb was placed against the wall to the south, away from either of the doors that was presented, and ignited, blasting a hole in the wall of this southern part of Shadow Chapel, or Shadow Keep, and revealing the outside. The wind-swept peaks that have been their home for the last, at least...
Does seem like a
few
better
days.
idea than facing Cody's cousin, fellow Pinkskin.
And so,
My cousin Key.
as all of these things were occurring, Celine felt like she may be missing out on whatever this promised knowledge was offered by the Prince of Change in exchange for defeating the final test. So as the bomb erupted and blasted a hole in the wall, Celine pushed through the giant double doors into the Twisted Chapel and discovered that something was there waiting for her. A scion of the Prince of Change, an adversary demon. A simple test to be defeated and to hopefully unlock whatever secrets the Prince of Change may know about what's happening here. Triggering the ire of the Winter King. Off in the distance, as the dust settled and the smoke blew across the wind, what is the technical mechanical word for it is divine punishment or something like that?
Yeah.
The divine punishment meted out against Lillian for her failure in containing Heart's avarice or desire for
Should
power.
have killed him a long time
Should
ago.
have killed him a long time
I should
ago.
have killed him as soon as he made it clear to me how far he had strayed, and yet I chose forgiveness. And you know what my God said? My God said, forgiveness is for bitches! Kill them all!
And
You
so,
got nutty.
on the winds carries the cry of a silverback warg on its way to enact the justice of the Winter King.
But
Probably gonna
Cody,
come right through that wall that
You
you
should
guys
be
just blew up.
excited.
Why should I be excited?
Because it's your god sending you a puppy.
A puppy! Oh, let me pet you. Oh, you're licking so aggressively.
I mean,
The inside of my neck.
You did open the wall for him, so.
He was gonna be here either way. He wasn't just hanging out on the mountainside.
And so we find ourselves in a precarious situation, trapped between a demon and a celestial wolf, as one often finds themselves.
As the old adage goes.
Yeah.
Please. I'm trapped inside of Nacho's head.
Yeah, Heart currently incorporeal, sharing headspace with Nesgrin.
Oh, Heart.
Is he gonna be able to make attacks with Nesgrin's body?
Yeah.
Maybe I
On
can give
his
him
turn.
advantage. Maybe I can give
We've
him
got
advantage.
I think you should get a full extra turn inside Nesgrin's body.
Nesgrin is currently carrying Heartsbane, the fabled sword of
He
our
does have my sword.
deceased sellsword. And so,
Am I technically deceased?
I mean,
Yeah, I think you're deceased.
there's
You're a ghost. You're a ghost right now.
Your soul, you're dead. Your body is dead. Your soul is just trapped
Oh,
elsewhere.
my body's not coming back. That's not a question.
Yeah, that was the last gift of the Winter King. Was the disintegration of Heart's body.
Like, when
And-
you die, your spirit leaves your body. So, your spirit is currently not in your body. So I'd say you're
I follow that logic. That makes sense.
Yeah.
dead. Thank you.
And so, are there any questions or clarifications or requests of my wonderful players before we dive into how this all unfolds?
Is the warg in the building with us?
You cannot see it yet, but
But I
you,
know it's there.
you can hear it to the south. Out of this opening, carrying across the snowy wind, are the howls of the silverback warg approaching from somewhere. And so we will kick on our
Do you want us to go and pet it?
Go and pet it or fight it?
Do you want us
No,
to
pet-
go and
pet
pet
it.
it?
No, don't pet it. I would suggest not. Hey,
I
you're a
wanna pet
pugilist.
it.
You need your hands.
Nesgrin, go pet it.
That's good. I really want to pet it. It's just a bit.
I really want to pet the puppy.
Just let me
Steals
pet the
control
dog.
from you to pet the dog.
Give me back control. No, I want to pet it.
And so I believe where we left off was Celine stumbling through. I think Nab prevented Celine from coming back out, or there was some kind of shove or.
I think someone wanted to shut the door.
Yeah, I think. What did
I
you
did
do
was,
to
like,
be?
I ran and tackled her to, like, push her out of, like, keep her from going into the door. But you
Yes.
misinterpreted that and decided that I shoved her into the room.
Yeah, misinterpreted.
I
Well,
think.
he did.
Yeah, and I think.
I think part of
leeway.
it was just how things were too, because you were doing that, and while you were doing your thing, I rushed for the door, and so it was kind of a last-minute thing, and it ended up causing some issues. Basically.
Yeah, I believe Celine, in classic Celine fashion, noticed that everybody was slightly distracted with setting up this bomb plan and went for the door, unbeknownst to pretty much everyone except Nab, who lit the fuse and then saw making a beeline for her as Celine pushed the door open.
To be in Celine's defense, I
No.
don't believe I don't
No.
believe the
Thanks,
prince
Topher.
said that there would be combat. I believe he said there would be a trial.
Yeah, when the demon prince of change comes at you, it's probably just gonna be like a riddle, you know?
Isn't that what your god did? Some kind of riddle?
He sent a fucking wolf to kill me, Nathan. No.
Punishment.
No, the
Yeah.
first time it was a wolf too.
It was I've fought multiple wolves. He sends them for good and bad. The demon prince of change is the same. The
He's like, man,
ideal
you did a
outcome
great
is
job.
you
I'm gonna
only
send this
grow
wolf to kill
one
you.
giant penis tentacle out of your back. That's the best circumstance here.
Giant penis aesthetic. I want 2 though. That's
No,
the best.
it'll come out of your back, and it won't be under your control. It'll
Yeah,
be
that's
directly
perfect.
under his control.
That's fine. I need 2 of them growing out of my back then.
So
Look, the moment you said giant penis, you had Celine.
that is true. That's sort of her whole thing.
He stops listening after the words giant penis in any sentence.
You said penis? I'm
So
in.
I believe where
Anyways.
literally the last line of the last episode was the unfolding of this pink,
Oh, God.
fleshy, sort of baby proportion
Cody's cousin.
gargantuan, where it had been floating between the 3 altars, one on the ground and 2 sort of in this like spiraled stone of the chapel, unfolded itself, smiled a giant Cheshire cat smile at Celine and said, "Come face your final trial." And that's where we left off. And so, I suppose it's time for everybody to roll initiative. And we will begin. I placed everybody's token sort of where I thought / expected them to be. If you would like to make minor modifications to where you are, you certainly are welcome to.
Bro, we're both using
Your initiative is so ridiculously high.
I know, because it's 10 plus 3 when my chaos ranks are higher.
Yeah.
I'm just using the regular time.
Just shut the door.
Mm-hmm.
More trouble than she's worth, that one.
No, he's almost for sure.
Isn't that how you also feel about Heart?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how some people are like, don't split the party. I'm over here like, let's kill half the party.
Let's kill
Let's
at the party.
actively eliminate
kill
half
them.
the party.
I'm also going to roll in case it matters, Hunter, but I don't know that
It
it
will matter, yes.
That was for the front.
How nice of you. Tell him that he matters.
You matter, Topher.
Yeah, all of the plans that I thought I had with Hunter have already gone out the window, so I'm really at his mercy at this point.
It's not entirely my fault.
It kind of is.
Oh, I hit him.
I am, as I will always say, barely
Wrong.
in control here. Alright, what was your total...
That's your biggest mistake. When I run D&D, I'm in
Yeah, I
charge
was-
of literally everything.
I
I
was
just
gonna
don't let
say-
you guys know it.
Hunter is probably the least in control GM I've ever played with.
Yeah, man. This isn't my story. What was your
Jesus,
total initiative, Cody?
13.
Yeah.
And then we've got Celine with the 21.
I'm gonna use the M20.
We've got Nesgrin with the 16.
Where is he
We've got Hart with the 13.
at? Oh.
Weird question.
Weird answer.
I have essentially laid a curse upon Hart.
Yeah.
Is that bonded to his soul?
The penalty to his constitution or whatever, brawn, right?
Yeah.
Bro, how are you doing that?
Yeah, I would think so. I don't think you can just get away from that just by changing bodies.
Okay.
All right, so
I-
that's
Yeah, I think it wouldn't affect when Nesgrin is doing anything. But
What was the exact modifier for that?
I
believe
believe it was not a critical hit, right?
All I had to do was
are you talking about him breaking the oath of fealty?
Yeah, but when I cast the spell, it was not a critical, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, then it's just minus 10%.
Yeah, so a 10% penalty to brawn. What would it be if it were a critical?
20%.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it was a crit.
M21.
So
I'm doing the funny word.
and then do this real quick.
Is that permanent?
It is until you repent, right? Until you like make good.
Let me double check.
Yeah, you look up that spell.
Yeah, you have to appeal to me. You have to essentially get me to forgive you to drop it.
She's not gonna allow that, so I'm gonna just pretend it's permanent.
It's
effectively
fundamentally
permanent. Yeah. Okay, so we have our initiatives.
Killed him.
In the distance, the howling grows closer as our warg takes the first turn. Then, Celine.
The warg went before me? Holy shit.
It did. It's got
See,
ambush
I don't
tactics.
have counter push
So you are standing just inside the threshold of this dizzyingly twisted church chapel. The stone spirals away from you, and you almost get a sense of vertigo as you're looking towards the altars. The pews wrap around to the ceiling and back around, and you can see that there are like floating candelabras of pink fire, and their smoke is drifting along the spiral of this twisted gravity. And so you get the sense that if you were to step forward, you could take some stomach-churning steps along the spiral of this building. Because something is holding things even against the ceiling as it spins.
I get you. Okay, so I'm still in rat body. I still have lightning gun.
Yep.
Is my combat bonus, my base combat, based off of the rat's body or me?
We'll use you for now.
Okay. That's fine. Alright, we're gonna take aim for one, and I have no idea what this is gonna do, but we're gonna try. We're gonna hit him with the lightning gun.
Okay.
Damn it. Uh-oh.
Well, that's a crit fail.
Well, shoot. What
I'm off to
happens?
a great start.
What happens when you critically fail a soul-stealing attack against a demon?
Oh,
That's a
God.
question for you, Hunter.
Yep.
So you point your lightning gun and fire, and watch as it spirals along the floor and strikes this demon straight in the chest. And was there anybody in there still? Was it empty?
Should have been empty.
The only one in there is me, basically.
Well, so I mean, you're in the rat though.
Uh-oh. Oh,
In the
you
gun.
mean in the gun.
In the gun. Was there anybody still in the gun?
I don't know.
I don't think
I don't
no.
think so.
Because I put the general in a body because I was worried. And then I took heart and put him in Nesgrin, and that's where I've left him. So, that's where he's at.
So
Where
this
it's at.
bolt of lightning hits the demon and crackles against its chest. It looks down, grabs hold of it with both clawed hands, and pulls you by the lightning into the room. And so
Oh,
you
God.
drift. Why can't I move you? Oh, I'm using the
Okay,
wrong
everyone
thing.
do engineer.
You're on the wrong table.
Moves you
Why can't you
in a diagonal along the spiral by 15 feet, or you know, 2 spaces diagonally is the way I'm going to describe it, because
Okay.
measurement's going to get a little wacky in this spiraled
That's
chapel.
fine. My move. Well, I guess I don't know what my movement is in the rat, so.
And the lightning doesn't disperse. You are tethered to this demon by this bolt of green lightning that is crackling between you. And he's
Oh,
just
God.
standing there holding it, big Cheshire grin on his face, looking at you.
Oh, can I drop the gun as my other action?
You can.
I'll drop the gun.
Are you gonna like fully take off the backpack and everything? Or are you just dropping the hand part for now?
What would it take for me to disconnect the gun from the backpack?
More than one action. Or more than one action point, I guess. Because you fired for one and you have 2 left. So you could try to...
I aimed as well.
Oh yeah, so you only
So
have
I
one
have
left.
one left.
Yeah, so you've only got one. So you would take more than one action point to try to ad hoc disassemble the mechanism.
Let's see. I don't think there's anything like brace or anything.
Can you please stop? So, John, are we gonna surprise her? Chris.
The lightning's all twisted. He's gonna pull me towards him. It's gonna take more than just an AP to get it unstuck. I'll just move back into the corner.
So you are backing up, and you can hear the gun straining as this bolt of lightning is connected to the demon, and you're slowly backing away from him. And so now it is Nabeen's turn. You saw through the cracked door Celine try to soul steal the adversary demon, and it didn't go well.
Who could have guessed?
And you can also hear the approaching wolf. I don't know how much of your punishment did you communicate, Lillian? Do you remember how much you told the others about what was happening?
Right now?
No, like before all of this.
I don't think Lillian, knew the consequences, only that I knew that something was wrong.
I guess
like,
that's true.
Cody knew that
Yeah.
there would be consequences, but I couldn't go, all right, guys, so there's like a 1 in 6 chance
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Silver Warg is going to show up and try to kill us.
Yeah. And so Lillian certainly knows now what is happening.
Yeah. I can call out, if you'll let me, and be like, there's a warg coming. It's from the Winter King. It's my failure to stop Heart.
And when you say that, I'm gonna kind of spin around and look at you and just ask you, well, which god thing do you want to deal with?
I'll take care of the wolf. I doubt it's going to harm you guys unless you interfere. Focus on killing whatever the fuck that is.
I don't think this is a bad idea, but I'll, I guess, move into this room.
It's alive now. There's no putting the cat back in the box.
Is there anywhere I can, take any sort of cover?
There
at all?
is cover, yes. So
Okay.
there are pews interspersed along the spiral here.
Go ahead and move me somewhere, just like normal 1 AP movement. Somewhere that would have me in cover.
You nailed it pretty much where
Okay.
you are right now.
And then I'm gonna wait.
And so I will draw these sort of in distance wise, but they are not sort of spatially how they should be, because it's all twisty in here.
I'm definitely gonna drop to a knee as well. I don't know if that takes an AP or anything, but
No, that was taking
Okay.
cover is doesn't take an AP. So you are
cool.
and these pews are stone, so they are wrought from the stone of this chapel, and so it's decent cover as
Okay.
at least you feel like it is.
that's all I'm gonna do.
Nesgrin, you and Hart are together, standing in this foyer next to the blasted open hole and the open door leading into the chapel. You can hear the sounds of electricity and demonic laughter coming from the chapel, and you can hear the sounds of a howling warg approaching from the south. What do you do?
So, the South War.
The
And
south
what
is the warg,
Yeah. And East.
and the east is the demon in the chapel that
Okay.
Rat Celine has engaged.
They go north.
Yeah, you're
North,
gonna get the fuck out of here.
north is the presumed free exit offered by the Prince of Change.
Chris,
Okay.
shoot him!
So I will move. I will use 2 APs. Move. That's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
As you pass the door, I say, "Where are you going?"
I'm going inside to help. Yeah,
Oh, I thought you were running
One.
past the chapel door.
yeah, I'm going through the chapel door.
Okay, okay. I thought you were running away towards the exit.
1,
I'm out.
2,
See it.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
God.
10.
Roll a resolve as you sprint into this room and suddenly find yourself running up and along the wall, held by some magical force. This is vertigo-inducing.
Should I roll too?
Yeah.
I'm good.
So
Good.
Good.
in like Pacific Rim style, Hart and
Jesus.
Nesgrin piloting Nesgrin's body both feel this wave of vertigo as they're sprinting along the wall and up the side of this spiraling stone and come to a skidding halt next to one of these pews. Is there anything else that you want to do? I guess you have one more AP, right?
Yeah, no, I will hold it for watching or anything
Okay.
in case. I'm behind cover, right?
Yeah, you're in cover behind the pew. Lillian.
That's me. How long was it since our last fight?
A good while.
Did you get
It's-
arrested? I can't remember.
Yeah, because you guys rested at the tower, and then you were doing a bunch of experimentation and stuff with the portals and putting heart in the body and everything, and then the rat invasion began, and you guys took the portal here, and that kicked off the whole chain of events with heart. So it's been a while. You have had a rest. I think you're probably one step down on the damage
I think
track.
I'm better because
you
I
might be
took
good.
I took
Oh
whatever the
yes,
healing item
yes.
was.
You took not laudanum, but
Oh
the-
no, I am still one on the track. Never
Okay.
mind.
Yeah, but you should be. Everyone should be for the most part unimperiled, if I remember correctly.
Cool. I'm going to cast Winter's Bone. It's petty, so I get a +10, right?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that's a crit
critical.
success.
So for the next, what's my willpower bonus? 6. 18 minutes.
Yeah, which is just effectively the entire combat.
Yeah. So for the next 18 minutes, any target that is within, any
Adjacent.
target that is engaged with me
Yeah.
suffers a -10 base chance to all skill tests.
Yes, as you are. I love this description. Instantly possessed by a dank chill.
My
That's
frost
on the
armor.
critical fail.
Oh yeah, that's the crit fail, but still, I love the.
Yeah, it is really
It's
cool.
the whole idea, though, is that
Yeah.
frost armor
Yeah.
sort of.
Mm-hmm. For
Um,
sure.
I do that, and I can't cast anything. I don't necessarily want to move. Oh, I'm going to shout out to all of my friends, which doesn't include 2 of the people in here right now. I shout out and go, we're gonna make it through this. We have to make it through this.
We have to make this.
And I'm gonna give a leadership check.
So do you mechanically consider Hart and
No.
Celine allies?
I actually, if I can effectively not consider Hart, but still consider Nesgrin, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Not easily.
So yeah, I'll just make that check.
Flip to succeed.
Flip to succeed.
But it's not.
78. It's not a success, so no,
Wow.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
You
yeah,
remain uninspired.
Yeah.
I'm shaken.
Yeah, well, and I would say that this is thematically appropriate.
I would agree.
As our Sash Bearer troop is, the
Fractured.
the fractures are beginning to show. This has been a bit of a strain upon the relationships here.
I wonder why.
Yeah, Hart.
Yeah, Hart says Celine.
So if you're like me and you pretty much always just keep your damage threshold and peril modifiers on, you can go ahead and take those off.
Yeah, so you will not have that bonus 1 to those thresholds right now. All right.
But I'll
Just
save my
to
last one.
Keep things honest. Taking cover does take an AP, so.
Oh, it does? I thought there was like a dive or something that was a free, but yeah.
I think it's the movement. The take cover includes movement, right?
No, it's actually you can move a distance of a yard, so I moved and then would
Okay,
have
and then
moved
took
that extra
cover.
yard
Yeah,
to
yeah.
take to crouch down and take cover.
I see.
All
Damn,
right.
You might have a really big bonus to your damage threshold, though.
Oh yeah, it'll be like I think hard cover is like a +6 base.
Yeah, it's either 3, 6, or 9.
Yeah. So Hart, you are occupying the brain pan of Nesgrin
And
sharing
and
space.
really interested in this beam of electricity. This
Yeah, so
soul
this-
transferring
Oh, God.
electricity next to us.
This you can see it's not here. We'll
Curious about what I can feel in my current state, since we are so
Oh,
close to this line between Celine and the demon.
Hey, Nesgrin, remember how I told you if this got out of hand even once, I would have to kill you? Be prepared for that to happen. We might
Yeah,
not
well-
make it out of this encounter.
Yeah. You should.
Oh, wait.
You will have the same
What was-
fate,
what was that?
actually.
Yeah.
got a little off
I have to confirm
Let's
my
see who dies
place
first,
in.
and
I have to
then
confirm
we'll
my
see.
place in heaven. Like if I die if I die killing Hart, I get to go to Wolf Heaven.
So I will say that Celine is in a very convenient place right now. That arrow that is indicating the spiral is sort of exactly the path that the lightning is taking right now, connecting the two of them.
I assumed.
Yeah, so it's like this, following along this arrow here, spiraling across and around, and then hitting the demon like that. And so yeah, it is crackling and sparking above and around you, tracing this sickening spiral of the chapel. And yeah, you certainly get a familiar tingle just sort of looking at it through Nesgrin's eyes.
Like if I had hairs on the back of my neck.
Yeah. And you also get the sense that you can push Nesgrin's body either with her consent or without, based on some trial of wills or something like that, but risk a cumulative penalty of peril based on basically like doubling the exertion that Nesgrin is under
No, I was more concerned with, like, I don't want to push him towards it or anything. I was more concerned with what it feels like. Like, does it feel like the same soul transferring electricity? Can I feel anything special about it?
This is absolutely the same sort of thing. This demon just seems to have some other way of interacting with it. As if like this lightning energy is pouring into the demon as opposed to pulling something out of it. And yeah, so mechanically, if you would like to take a turn using Nesgrin's body, you can either consult with Nacho and sort of explain or suggest the things that you're going to do, and Nacho would then give you pilotship of Nesgrin with the understanding that you will be rolling resolve for Nesgrin's body to, you know, I
think that I'm going to hold off for now. I had an idea about how I might help this fight, but I don't think that Nesgrin would agree with me right now, so I'm going to bide my time.
Okay. And you are absolutely allowed to contest of wills kind of thing and assert total control.
Just give Nesgrin an additional 3 reactions every turn.
Yeah, and that's sort of kind of how it'll work, is that this doubling of like soul is providing a benefit, but the body can only handle so much exertion. So yeah, so Heart chooses to
I don't want to hurt Nesgrin in any
delay.
way.
So. Nesgrin did offer his body to you.
Idiot.
Idiot.
The demon advances.
As they always do.
It steps forward along the wall, tracing a path, and ends up sort of at like the noon position, so standing like perfectly vertical hanging from the ceiling.
High from the floor, is he?
Yeah, as the slapping sounds of its giant fleshy feet echo through this twisted chapel, and the beam remains connected to it.
Could you hit him from the ground? Like, if you're on the opposite side, is he tall enough that you could, like, overhead?
Yeah, you would be able to still connect.
Like, go for headshots?
Yeah, you'd be swinging up at its head, but yeah, that's the sort of idea here. And we'll just abstract this lightning for now. And it looks past Nesgrin, past Nabeen, towards the rat with the soul gun in the corner, pulls its hand back, erupts in flame, and it throws a fastball of fire at Celine in the corner here. And it arcs...
Nesgrin kisses himself.
Oh wait, I didn't want 2 of those.
That's damage.
150 damage.
Go ahead.
Perfect, you're dead.
So we'll just take that first one. Let's see. And so this fireball narrowly misses you as you're standing here holding this lightning gun attached to him by this tether of lightning. This bolt of fire slams against the wall behind you, splashing you in sparks and flames. And it just continues to lock eyes with that giant toothy grin.
So I assume it kind of followed the same trajectory as the beam.
Yes. Yep.
So
the
it was
fireball
still a little ways away from Nesgrin and I, but could we feel like the heat?
Yeah, it was like a
overly powerful
whoosh as it went around and towards Celine in the back. And so with that, we will roll a few dice. And nothing happens. And so the turn rolls back to the warg. Lillian.
Mm-hmm.
far to the south of you, if you remember what our large map looked like, you're looking south towards a series of cliffs and embankments that of the descending mountainside that you guys originally climbed.
By the legs?
Yep, you can hear... Well, no, actually...
I guess we're higher up. We're in the armpit now.
Yeah, so we'll briefly refresh.
Does it hit the bomb?
That would be amazing.
You guys are right. Let me get a red circle. You guys are right here. Where that, I guess, let's make a full red circle. Yeah, right there.
It's bleeding.
And you are looking south where this arm is draped across the cliff down, and you can see just a bit over the arm down these embankments and rocky cliffs.
Yeah,
and you can hear the thudding of strong footfalls sprinting towards you, but you can't quite see it yet. It is on the approach and will probably crest the forearm next turn.
Okay. So I have like one more turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Celine,
that works out.
Let's bring us back to our map.
I'm not over here.
Standing in the corner, jockeying this lightning-attached gun, this machine that is pouring energy into the demon, having just dodged a fireball. What do you do?
I gotta figure out a way to, like, undo this connection. Can I do, like, incantation, or is it gonna be something else?
Yeah, you can do incantation. You've worked with this machine for a while.
Okay. Success.
And so, do you want to do this quickly, or are you thinking you want to take your time? So this will determine how much AP you want to spend, and kind of the consequences for the machine and yourself.
She's gonna take her time because she knows if she does something wrong, she could end up in there and be useless for the rest of this.
So, for 3 AP, your entire turn this round, you can cycle the power cell, this witchstone, battery kind of thing, and without damaging the machine, basically drain it of power, cycle the power cell, and turn it back on. And so then you would at the start of your next turn be untethered and have a working soul gun.
Okay.
And so is that what you'd like to do?
Yes, so.
And so Celine in the back of the room, frantically flipping switches, turning dials, unhooks a tube here, takes out a glowing piece of crystal, cycles the gun, the beam of lightning dissipates, replaces it, does all of the things in reverse, and the gun hums back to life, unconnected to the adversary demon. And it sort of looks down where its hands were holding onto this lightning, flexes its giant clawed fingers, and says, "No matter." And the turn goes to Nabeen, behind the pew.
I, scrutinize the thing and see if I can see any sort of weaknesses or tells of any sort.
Absolutely.
Okay. Where did my scrutinize go? There. Any sort of modifiers?
It'll just be a flat scrutinize.
Okay. I don't see shit. I'm like trying to look through the stone pew.
Yeah, so you're looking and you're looking at it. And in your time of defeating many mundane humanoid adversaries, you're not really seeing a ton that's a clear tell on this thing. It is a giant pink fleshy, like oddly proportioned demon thing. And so you don't necessarily notice a lot of obvious weak points. It has a head, so that's a fairly, like, you know, that's a standard go-to in terms of trying to inflict a lot of damage. But it's just grotesque.
Okay.
Just like me.
Yeah.
In that case, I think I will try and dart over here. And
Yeah, you can
take
do that
cover again.
in a move.
Okay.
Give me a resolve check as you sprint along the ceiling of the Twisted Chapel.
Any modifiers?
Just flat. You pass. So you feel your
Easy.
stomach turn just briefly as you are for a split second on the same plane as the adversary demon, and then run along the wall and skid to a hiding place behind this pew.
And that's
Nesgrin,
it.
Nabeen has just taken cover directly behind you. You and Hart are crouched behind a pew, closest to this advancing demon.
Nesgrin, that fireball felt really dangerous.
Yeah.
God damn it, Topher.
You're just scared of being lit on fire again. Maybe it'll change you for the better this time.
I was hoping somebody would remember that.
That fireball felt very
You think
dangerous.
I'm ever gonna forget the time that you got horribly mutilated from fire in like one turn?
Celine too. Celine too.
Yeah, for sure. Celine didn't come out of that going, my lady Lillian.
I told you he had demons in the blood. I warned you.
You warned me before, and then you found out, and you were like, "Well, when I said he had demons in the blood, that was really me like saying I was so happy about it."
Yeah. And that I was gonna literally put demons in his blood.
Yeah, that I was gonna bang him and put demon blood juice in him.
Yeah. It's a good time.
So the miasma was like a fungus, right? And
It is,
the god,
so-
right?
at least
So because-
superficially, it is a fungus, yes.
Because of the fire, I'm extremely scared right now. So I don't know if that affects Nesgrin in any way.
Not yet.
I said behind you.
I don't know what to do.
Trip him. Choke him out.
Why are you shooting at
Yeah, choke him out.
Flying armbar.
Is it large or?
It is
medium?
large. Yeah, it takes up 4 spaces.
Climb it.
And you are small.
Climb it.
That's kind of.
I think.
Yeah, I'll be like Shadow of the Colossus.
Are you
Hell yeah.
are you mechanically small? I thought you were still like normal size.
I'm a small dwarf.
Yeah, he's small. Cause
Yeah,
he's the
he's a-
frail.
He's a small boy.
Okay.
He's like the even
Yeah.
smaller species
Yeah.
or whatever.
Four-
Yeah, he has like
482 pounds.
negatives from it, so.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah, but
goblin.
Still taller than me, but yeah,
yeah.
he,
Yep.
no, she's tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Ye little goblin folk.
Yeah,
My,
this
my
thing,
tiny companions.
This thing towers over her.
I forgot. I always forget that I'm like friggin' Gandalf with a bunch
Yeah,
of dwarves and
yeah,
hobbits.
right.
You could try
Jesus.
to punch it.
Well, I know where he is.
I believe in you.
You could try
Give
to
him a
punch it.
punch,
Punch
I
dude.
it.
do honestly think you could trip it or choke it out. Like you're so good
Well,
at that.
It's also on the ceiling right now, so are you gonna like run?
Yeah, there
along
you go.
the-
You could just jump and
Jump and
wrap
grab.
your legs.
Grab
You're
it.
like full like Black Widow on this motherfucker.
This is no. I'm thinking this is like that wrestling pile driver where they get him upside down, like they turn him
Oh,
upside
yeah.
down and bring him down, but he just jumps up and
Does-
pulls it down.
Does gravity switch at a certain point? Like if he jumps
That's what
high
I'm
enough?
asking.
Nobody's tried yet.
You've gotta give it a shot. You'll have gravity pulling down on his head. That's gotta be like a plus 30 to choke him
To
out.
pile drive.
Yeah, you give
Yeah,
enough
I'll-
weight.
At the start of the round before you spawn.
Oh my god, I would pay money for a anti-gravity wrestling game.
Oh, that's
Oh
so
my
good.
god. Anyways, what you gonna
Okay,
do, Nacho? You know?
I will charge.
Yes. I am
Well,
scared as
just try to-
fuck right now.
That'll be 350 plus tax.
So
Yeah.
you
And then-
sprint up along the wall, up around, up to where it's standing on the ceiling, and what do you do as you approach?
Right here.
We
Good.
were trying to get under the dig.
I will choke him.
Okay.
And I will try to choke him and then try to pull him down.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do some pile driver
Rule of
shit.
cool.
Oh yeah, rule of cool.
God,
baby.
that would be so
Uh,
sick. Just jump, grab this thing's head, and
I know, right? That's what I want to see. That was my whole thought with the pile driver thing.
So you go for a chokehold.
Yeah.
It's
athletic.
usually contested strength, right? Or contested athletics.
Yep. A roll, and then you
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good roll.
Damn.
it.
That's a real good roll.
And you have like
Yeah. So you
Yeah,
you
you could have
succeed.
negative. Wait. I success. You didn't resist.
So I rolled a 52, which does not resist the chokehold.
Hell yeah.
So
Yeah,
is this
then
like
you-
is
then
this
you
like
use-
some Attack on Titan? You like run up its leg and
No, it's upside down.
Oh, upside
well
down.
he's on the same plane now. Or did you want to be
Oh.
under it?
He was going under it.
Okay, yeah. So you
Yeah,
you
well,
jump
it would
up
be
and
funny
try to
to be
grab
under
the
it.
head.
Hey, Chris, we going?
Yeah.
Try to yank him
Yeah.
down.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Shit.
That's incredible, actually.
This is incredible. I'm
You have
digging
to
it.
roll arrow.
I thought there was like a down arrow that I could apply to your token to indicate that you were. But I don't see
I
it.
can't see it. You need to right click
We'll
and
just make
yeah.
red
Oh, you
down.
found it. But
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you establish a chokehold.
Yeah. Now
And
I have
you-
to roll two
I know
d10.
where he is.
That's it.
Yeah. So you are trying to inflict peril.
Yeah. So it's 1d10, but I do an extra d10, so it's 2d10 plus brawn.
God, that's so good.
Oh, okay. I guess it just sits there then.
2d10 plus 8.
Get the.
So you jump up,
Yes.
and your little athletic frame flies up towards the midpoint of this spiral, and you begin to feel the lessening of the pull of gravity from below you as you begin to pass through this sort of nebulous, like, mid point and grab it like from below across the neck and establish this monstrously tight chokehold around its neck. And
Get him, Granny.
you feel its smile widen just the slightest bit, and its eyes flick down to you from looking at Celine, and the mouth just says, "This mouth isn't for breathing." And it
What
takes
that mouth do?
it takes no peril damage from chokeholds.
Oh no.
It would fill a
Oh,
shit ton. 20 peril damage? That would have taken me down 2 levels.
This is a horror of the pit. These creatures do not need to breathe and are immune to chokehold.
Wow.
Go for the eyes, boo.
Oh,
And so you are now hanging down towards the floor you jumped from, while this is standing on the floor above it, and you are wrapped around its neck, but it doesn't seem terribly perturbed or bothered by this right now.
Oh. We'll have to wait now.
And so you just hang.
Hang in there.
Just hang in there, Nesgrin.
Just hang in there.
Lillian.
Now I need a little poster of Nesgrin hanging from a tree branch.
Nesgrin hanging from an upside down demon. Just hang in there.
I'm going to cast to crush your enemies.
Neither of them do.
You succeed.
Oh, wait, why did they have a difficulty 20 modifier?
Oh, that's also Winter's Bone that you recast.
Oh.
Funny.
I guess it would still work either way. But I'll put it in here so you can see it. I don't want to lose that roll, but...
It'd be very funny if you crit failed this one. Okay, yeah, you still
I dare
passed.
you to join this my server.
But this one allows me to re-roll failed checks on, and I do an additional Fury die of damage.
And as you cast the second spell,
But I did just spend 10
it occurs to you that these blessings are still coming from the Winter King.
game called Weapon.
This is boons bestowed upon you willingly. So there's a bit of comfort in that idea that while you are in the process of being punished, you haven't been fully excommunicated or banished from his sight yet.
I'd like to see him try. I release this comforting feeling as a blood-curdling scream that sends icy, like rime down the hallway behind me as I line up and prepare for this fight.
All right.
I don't think there's anything else I really can do. It doesn't feel like in good RP sport to try and do an improvement. I guess I could do like a litany of hatred. Can I yell at the wolf?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, I'll just scream at it. Fight me, you wretched furball!
You're a savage chick, aren't you?
Yeah,
Quite
that's my whole
literally.
thing. Doesn't work.
Wait. Oh yeah, that's intimidate. You don't flip those.
No, that's why I don't do this one as often.
Yep.
My heart's not in it.
Yep.
The only thing my heart is in is that scream.
Yep.
No, your heart's in Nesgrin.
I feel like you have been fully excommunicated. So Hart, you are hanging from the head of the adversary demon
So
inside Nesgrin's body.
this might sound crazy.
I don't know if anything that has happened this entire episode hasn't sounded crazy.
So this might sound crazy, but when I was a spirit before, I was able to tap into the winds of magic and do some pretty weird shit.
That's true. That did happen.
So I wanna attempt to exert my will and assault this demon's mind.
Oh my god.
Do you think you're gonna have a stronger will
my
than the
God.
demon?
I think I have
so
nothing
fair.
left to lose.
Hmm.
Yeah, but Nesgrin has things to live for.
I wish you had nothing
I
left
would
to
almost
lose.
I would almost like to try to transfer my essence into the demon's mind and attempt to kill it from within.
So through the bodily contact, you want to try and migrate from Nesgrin
And
into the
fight
demon.
him in his head. Yes.
Dang it.
Fight me in your mind.
All right,
No.
roll me incantation.
You're one insane ballsy motherfucker.
I know, right?
I dig it though.
That is a
Oh
critical.
my god.
I wanna do that again.
You
No,
can't.
it's crit
Not
fail.
on
I
a crit
can't.
fail.
Damn.
So, Nesgrin and Hart, you both feel Hart slowly open your consciousnesses toward this demon.
I know what I'm doing,
And
Nesgrin.
it is like, you know, when you're really excited to take a pizza out of the oven and you open the door and stick your face right in there to see if your pizza's done, and you just like
And you just get burned.
incinerate your eyeballs. It's like that times
Incinerate
1,000.
your eyeballs?
Yeah.
How
like,
many times have you incinerated your eyeballs?
This has happened tons of times to me.
I might have singed a nose.
God.
I haven't
Yeah.
incinerated my eyeballs.
I can't
So-
imagine your medical bills.
So Heart briefly opens this mental channel with this demon, and you both are assaulted with a like simultaneous loudest noise you've ever heard, hottest heat you have ever experienced, and most blinding kaleidoscope of light that you've ever seen. And Heart is able to shut this out quick enough, but let me look at this real quick. I actually need to go to a different book. You will be affected by a spell
Why? Because
from the Prince of Change, as you are exposed to the raw energy that comprises one of his scions.
Oh man.
Good. Let's have it.
1, 2, 3. All right, let's roll a d6. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun.
let me kill you.
Both of you are this blinding, overwhelming sense of like sensory overload causes your physical eyes to like, you have to Nesgrin has to squint her eyes to like barely block out this horrible vision. And for the next 6 hours, anytime Nesgrin's eyes are exposed to a light brighter than a candle, she will suffer 1d10 plus 1 physical peril from the scorching, the soul-burning exposure of this demon's essence.
How bright is it in the room?
Right now it is candlelit. So it is, you
Okay.
are okay for now.
I'll go outside. How long does this last?
For 6
6
hours.
hours.
Ooh.
So we just have to
Youch.
beat him and take a nap. It's fine.
Okay, John, go to bed again.
Easiest
Good
fight.
thing there's not anything time sensitive going on right now.
And so, Nesgrin, this is a bit of a surprise to you, because I don't think Hart really communicated what he was trying to do. And so you jumped up, grabbed a hold of this thing, and began crushing its neck, only to realize that it doesn't need to breathe. And then Hart, just unbeknownst to you, exposed you to the inner chaos of the Prince of Change, temporarily blinding you with its unholy blast.
What's the name of the spell?
The spell was Unholy Vision, and I inflicted you with the critical failure because it is a self spell, and so you two are suffering from the critical failure result of Unholy Vision in Main Gouge. It's
For 6
under
hours.
and it's under the
I'm
Prince of
typing in it.
Change. Yeah.
Just so I don't forget.
Would you want
So
to
it will be good to say that I like let it go. You know, like they're pulling from his neck, and then something goes like through my eyes, and it's like.
Yeah, and you can let go as like a free action, but you will fall back down, and so then you would need to roll a coordination or something to avoid peril.
Roll a coordination.
So Nesgrin cries out in agony for seemingly no reason while in contact with the body of the demon. Critically succeeds, landing on the floor below it, ready to re-engage.
I mean that he gets to land and immediately jump back up?
No, unfortunately not. But very cool superhero 3-point landing. Eyes streaming tears from the exposure to this horrible vision. And the demon, let's look. Let me go back to it. Takes its turn.
What gun do I want to use?
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh god, they attack you. Give me a random gun.
Let's see.
Armor am I wearing again? Oh,
Getting.
wood. A nice wooden brigandina.
It advances along the ceiling above Nesgrin, seemingly ignoring her, and hurls another fireball along the spiral into the corner.
Chris, don't
Yep.
die.
And
Don't let them kill you.
Fails its incantation check and explodes itself.
Nah, that's gonna be a success.
does succeed. And so,
Ah,
Celine, in your rat body, you take
sorry, I already used the super shotgun.
10 points of fire damage.
So I need to know, like, the brawn bonus of this rat.
Oh, yes. It is...
And I guess I just need to know what its damage threshold is.
Yeah.
Technically.
Hart screams out to Celine, but no one hears it except Nesgrin.
Is Korna here, or did she stay somewhere else?
I believe all of your ancillary NPCs are still in the portal room. Damage threshold is 8 as a base, and
Okay.
your brawn is 4.
Okay.
Is she just committing war crimes against?
Who's back there? Nesgrin's brother, Korna, and who else?
This is Celine's child.
Oh yeah,
It's a fun game. But
forgot about your kid, Celine. Sorry.
It's just committing war
Fine.
crimes.
So I get hit.
Yeah, so this fireball spirals across the floor, slams into you. You don't catch fire, thankfully, because it wasn't a critical. The form of this creature wavers. And I swear to God, if this happens... Okay, it didn't. Its skin bubbles and ripples as it casts this magic. And it is
Ah,
the warg's turn
they're
at the
coming
top
towards me.
of the initiative order. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything real quick.
You have a minigun.
All right. The warg crests the arm, the forearm.
Water noises.
Yep.
There's more.
Crests the
Smash.
forearm.
Wave.
And let me look at its movement.
I'm gonna do snip.
Oh, wow. And you see it in the distance. It's not terribly far from you as it paws up onto the forearm here. And this is...
Where is it at?
Let's say that this is a large warg. Because I have the choice. And let's grab...
You got the power.
I had a token.
Oh. Okay, there's 2 left. Oh.
It comes barreling up to you, smashing through the rubble of the destroyed wall. Oh wait, I did grab the wrong one. Here, sorry.
That's
That's an
cute.
itty bitty baby.
Yeah, I need to. Here, I can change that.
That's a
real
weird
quick.
resolution on that one.
Yeah, it's all weird aspect ratio. 1 second. Advanced, set dimensions, width. Let's do half that.
Be right back.
There we go.
Bro, where's this last person at?
Comes barreling up to you, and makes its first rending bite attack.
Gotcha!
So it would have hit, but you successfully parried.
Nice.
Let me make sure that
Dual axes. Right into the teeth.
And this is the largest wolf or lupine creature that you have ever seen. As tall as you, teeth biting and snarling, claws.
Mononoke.
Yeah, this is Princess Mononoke stuff right here.
Hell yes.
Okay, and now it is Celine's turn.
So I want to know what was going on with the disorientation, the bubbling it did or whatever. Can I roll incantation or scrutinize or what? I roll
Yeah. Roll folklore.
Folklore, huh?
Why do you have to? Oh. Yeah.
Any bonus or anything, or just
No,
flat
just
10?
flat folklore.
I'm gonna spend a fortune point. I
Okay.
feel like this could be very important. Fuck you. That's all the fortune points I'll spend.
Better hope it's not that important. Yeah, don't give them any fortune points. I'm familiar with what my wolf at least can do with misfortune points.
Okay.
Kill all of them.
If you can use them to blow something up, though, don't tell anyone not to do that.
Stay behind. We need to stick together. Chris.
I don't know what I can do. Do. So, manage. Oh, okay. Okay, I think we will throw a magic missile.
All right.
Get your little dart out.
Yeah.
You're just playing yard darts over here. Those are illegal. Damn, good roll.
Yeah. So it'll zip forward and hit him.
For
You got a 4 out of 93.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's gonna do. It is, how much is it? It's a D10 plus my willpower bonus 10 to make sure it is proper. It is for 14.
Nice. And so this magic missile zips out, unerringly slamming into the face of this adversary demon as it's walking along the ceiling, dealing 14 points of damage. It stumbles back, and you see that its face is like almost like comically putty dented in, where your magic missile like exploded on its face, and it grits its teeth and looks at you, and its body wavers again in a strange way, ripples coursing away from where the magic hit it, and it says, "It's gonna take more than that."
God, I want to know what the hell is going on with that.
He's got like weird regenerative nonsense. He's a putty man.
No, I just meant
What is
like
this?
the rippling and kind of fainting.
Oh, you know what this is reminding me of? It's the Ashina from Soul Eater. If anyone out there has watched that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This man makes clothes out of his own skin.
Ooh, gross.
Just until he's got like robes of loose skin.
I've got 2 more AP.
Yep. And Nabeen, you are on deck.
Hang on, I'm still thinking.
No, I know.
Stop.
Bro, I haven't done that.
I will. I don't get an attempt to like dodge or resist that fireball, right?
No. Not
Okay.
as far as I know. Let me look real quick.
Is it? Yeah, I don't think so for magic. Normally it will tell you if they can dodge it or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I will just move up and does taking cover actually help against fucking shit like this? Who the fuck is take cover? I saw it before. Okay. Yeah, I will move up here and basically take cover.
Yeah, so just to clarify, the wording is after successfully casting the spell, one foe immediately suffers 1d10 in damage from fire. So
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
That is perfectly fine.
Now I'm using the MP.
So I figured because magic missile is like it just hits. So
Yeah. And so but your damage threshold will help in preventing you from or potentially
sure.
resisting the damage. All right, and so are you done? You taking cover?
Yes, that's all 3 AP.
Okay. All right, Nabeen, you are in cover with Lillian behind you. Nabeen up front.
Celine.
Oh yeah, sorry. Celine behind you. Nabeen behind the demon. Not Nabeen. Nezgrin behind the demon. You're Nabeen.
I am Nabeen.
None of what you just said processed to me, and I'm not under any influence.
Yeah.
Do I have any reason to believe that there's like other than the fact that they're floating, that the candelabras, like dousing them would do anything?
Roll folklore.
Okay. Let me see where I put my character sheet. Please hold.
Do 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 do
Who the hell is folk?
do 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 do. Your call is important to us.
Holy shit a moly!
So
We are kicking ass today, guys.
Yeah.
That's like 4 crit fails on us.
you consider the candelabras and their pink flames, the thin wisps of smoke trailing in a spiral, and as you do, the head of this demon whips towards you, and your eyes are immediately drawn into eye contact with it, and it says, "Don't think too hard," and you suffer
A demon looking at me and telling me not to think too hard is actually terrifying.
only 7 points of mental peril damage, so that probably doesn't exceed your
Doesn't do
threshold.
anything, yeah.
But it somehow knew that you were perceiving the candelabras.
Okay. And I just kind of snark back that I never do. And I will do a called shot for the eyes.
Yep, it's looking right at you.
Yeah. And I will fire at its eyes. So that
Man,
would, I'm going to spend 2 AP on it.
All right.
So it'll be a plus 20 to this.
Ooh.
Fan the hammer. Little flintlock.
Yeah, for the
Bang.
single shot.
Jesus
Oh
Christ,
my
what?
goodness gracious. This is Nate's fault.
Yep.
Yeah, we know it.
So your dueling pistols are masterwork, which prevents them from exploding in the event of a 100 critical failure. And so you consider the candelabras, it whips its head towards you, and you say, I never do. Draw to fire, and you fire your gun, and the wibbly wobbly warping gravity pulls your shot around, and it hits one of the pews clear on the other side of the room. And it literally doesn't even blink or react as the wash of sparks and smoke goes over its face. And unfortunately, your shot misses on a 100. Which
And
is...
I yell out, fuck, and then I yell out, douse the flames.
This is Nate's fault.
Real missed opportunity to have him Bugs Bunny the barrel of her gun.
Yoink! Nesgrin, the demon has advanced past you.
What to do?
No, Liam, I will not.
Yep.
I will think. I will take out Heartsbane.
See that person over there?
Okay.
Yeah, and I will think of going punch him in the back, but before I do that, pull it out hard to hit it.
Okay. So
It's reading my mind. You know,
like
like
this.
that Jojo.
This
that-
is your
that-
heart
I'm
is
your
your stand. Yeah.
I'm your stand.
Heart is your stand.
Yeah.
So you
So, do you remember that that JoJo chapter where JoJo was fighting one of these guys that who could read the mind, and he was like doing like he was playing, but actually his father was playing. And the other one couldn't
okay.
think about it.
I
Yeah,
see.
This
You remember
this
that
is
one?
like Psycho Mantis, where you
Yeah.
have to take
Yep.
your controller
Yeah,
out and
yeah,
put it in
yeah.
player
Oh god.
So you are effectively plugging into the second player slot by letting Heart take over for a second.
Yeah. Is your stand's name the Grateful Dead?
Damn it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
So
It
you
works on so many levels, guys.
yeah, that very appropriate. So you run up with Heartsbane drawn, and then seed power briefly to let Heart roll the attack with it.
Yeah, and attempt to
oh my god.
screw with his head.
You're
and-
welcome.
So Nesgrin runs up, still on the ground beneath this demon who is on the ceiling above you. Runs up, draws Heartsbane, and then the facial expression just briefly changes as Heart assumes direct control, and with the practice of decades, swings this giant sword upward, cleaving into the back of the head of the adversary demon.
You know, Nacho, this is actually perfect. We could be unstoppable like this.
And so that will take an AP from Heart, as well as Nesgrin. And so you would have 1 AP left, Nesgrin, having just slammed this adversary demon with Heartsbane.
1 damage.
Yeah, that it
21
hits.
damage.
You
Yeah.
just like cleaved into the back of the head, and that same kind of like putty effect as the back of the head kind of like
splash.
yeah, like jellies a little bit.
I mean, if you wanted to, you could turn one of those 2s into a 6.
No, he has to roll. You have to roll an extra d6.
It already did all that, but I mean, like,
Yeah, I did
after
that.
the roll, because there's a 6/2/2, you can spend a fortune
Yeah,
point
you
to
could
turn
explode.
a 2 into a 6, and then roll 1 more dice. But that's up to you guys.
Yeah, but Topher roll another d6.
It rolls 2d6 built in if you look at
Yeah,
it.
I built it into the
Yeah, but
formula.
he rolls a 6.
It does it automatically.
And it
when it
added
rolls
the
a
plus
6.
2.
Yeah, the +2 at the end in parentheses is the
Yeah.
extra dice that I
yeah,
Yeah.
if you hover
Roll
the
it.
21.
Yeah.
You have a macro that do it automatically.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the built-in
Okay,
one does
okay,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the parentheses is the fury die.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's use 1 fortune point to change one of the 2s.
You want to explode it? Okay, we can explode it.
Yeah,
Okay, so that puts it at 25 currently.
you do it.
And then
Topher.
roll another.
So 27
27.
total damage.
Let me
All right, so we got
roll it.
1 point of damage done to this thing.
Probably.
More than that, but not dead. And so you have, with that 27, fully split its entire head in half. And so it is just, yeah, like hanging, flopping.
What's up with the teeth?
You can see where this like toothed gullet just goes into a throat that goes seemingly somewhere down below to just what is a stomach. There's no throat or lungs or anything.
Is it like a penguin mouth?
Yeah, and it's just lined with like sort of undulating teeth.
And I love the word undulating.
Yeah, and so it is
You
now
would.
sort of more horrifying with its head split open all the way, vertically, hanging from the ceiling here.
Look, Nacho, we've somehow made it more grotesque.
But they have 1 AP remain, right?
You would
Yeah.
still have 1 AP, yes.
1. Okay, I will hold that for me.
Let me take
So-
one of these.
Topher will still in charge until next turn, right? He has to pick up what to do with it.
Yeah, Topher would have 2 AP available to him on his turn. Because he spent 1 on your turn.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Lillian, you are
Yes.
locked in Mortal Kombat with this silverback warg.
So I just blocked this attack,
Yep.
and then as I go in for the next one, rules of nature. I'm gonna re-roll that with my spell. I'll take that, and then I get to roll an additional fury dice. That's 15 damage.
15. Let me look real quick. Okay, yeah, that's a significant hit on this silverback warg, chopping deep into this tough hide with your axes.
Without you don't have to give me the specifics. You said a significant hit.
Yes.
Is this like a powerful enough hit that I think I might be able to do some, not diplomacy, but something adjacent to diplomacy?
No.
Okay. I'll hurt it worse.
Yeah. That's a good plan for now.
I have thoughts. I don't think there's anything else I really need to do. Actually, I'm gonna try a dirty trick. I don't do these very often.
All right.
What am I good at? Sorry, I didn't know exactly how this turn would go. Are these all of these athletics?
No, there's like guile for dirty trick and that sort of thing.
I think I will try to do a stunning blow.
Okay.
So I'm going to make an athletics check that they can resist with toughness.
Okay. I can roll toughness.
I'm
Ooh.
sniping with an HK 416.
Oh, they succeed.
Yeah, they resist. So you go for a, back of the axe bonk on the head to disorient it, and it shrugs it off or dodges it.
All right, I will save my last one.
Heart. You have just swung your treasured sword into the head of this demon.
I'm gonna swing again, just like I did before. See if I can cleave him a bit more asunder here.
And so this will, as you exert Nesgrin's body, will require a resolve check.
Before or after?
Before.
I do it.
Yeah, you can do it, Nesgrin.
Yep.
So you succeed. So your body holds up to this extra exertion for now.
Oh my!
That's why I like my sword.
It's another 21 damage. 1 second. So you swing up again with just the slightest jump and whip this sword deeper into the vertical cut that you have made into it. And this is followed by a horrific ripping sound, like leather
My favorite.
being torn or a steak being cut with scissors. And let me.
Why would you cut a steak with scissors? What's wrong with you?
To make
That sounds like
Have you
something
ever
my
been to a
girlfriend would
Korean
do.
barbecue?
to make a
My
gross
girlfriend would do
noise.
that
That's
for
why.
sure.
It's like a pretty standard practice.
Listen,
maybe.
the idea of meat scissors makes me uncomfortable.
Meat scissors are a thing.
Yeah.
It
But
makes
they're
me
usually
uncomfortable.
it's usually for like raw meat. My
Oh,
girlfriend
yeah.
uses normal scissors. Like cooking and arts and crafts for her are like the same
That's
thing.
disturbing.
She likes to cut her quesadillas with scissors.
Oh, look at that. We rolled a 6.
You die
Hooray.
immediately.
The demon splits down the middle from your
What have you
cut,
done?
tearing and ripping this putty-like flesh, and falls into two halves, split vertically down the middle. The two halves fold in on themselves, reconfigure, sprout 2 new arms and 2 new legs, and the demon becomes... Actually, I should have copied that. Let's see. Can I undo? I can. Haha.
Perfect. He's a slime. Wonderful.
2 adversary demons of medium size. On the ceiling, hanging above you.
He's
So,
a fucking
can we
ooze
still-
monster.
Can we still like grab them or get them, or they are far away?
They would now be too short to reach from the opposite floor. They stand up, they look at each other. One whips its head towards Celine, the other whips its head towards Nesgrin. And coincidentally, it's now both their turns.
Perfect.
The one above Nesgrin jumps the gap, the midpoint of this weird gravity warp, and falls to the ground in front of you. And we will mark him with that handy red dot. And casts Fireball at Nesgrin. And hits you for 18 fire damage.
Ooh. Ooh.
As it does so, the hand that casts the fireball ripples and pulses, and these ripples run up and down its body. And...
Oh, you have to roll.
What?
18 points of damage.
Yeah, so you took 18 points of damage.
It's your threshold. Oh, now I'm moderately wounded.
Okay. Yep. And so by casting this magic, something strange happens to its body that doesn't result in anything significant right now.
You have to roll an injury.
Roll an injury for Nesgrin.
Oh, yes, sorry.
You're rolling an injury for Nesgrin.
You do not suffer an injury, because I rolled a 2. The one walks along the ceiling.
Hi, kitty.
And down along to become next to Celine, here, standing behind the pew. And it whips its whippy little claws at you for... Don't roll that 3 times. It misses, but it may re-roll. And so it does. For a hit.
It gets to re-roll.
And so you take 9 points of slashing damage from the rending claws of the adversary demon.
No cover.
Nope, it has walked right up to you.
Yeah. Alright, you will need to roll an injury for me.
Heck yeah, I would love to. No injury for this one. And that brings us back around.
Are they still
Go ahead.
Wounded? Are they still wounded?
As far as you can tell, they appear to be perfectly formed miniature versions of the demon you initially fought.
Okay.
The warg savagely attacks Lillian out in the hallway. And I think that still hits.
With the 10?
Oh, yep, maybe not with the -10. That does not hit with the -10.
Nice.
But it is going to attempt to trip you, which you will resist with athletics. It also doesn't succeed with that.
Let's go. Get some of this bad luck to Hunter's ass.
And so now it is Celine's turn. You are facing down a newly in-Smolland
So
adversary
Celine,
demon.
That's my favorite nation in Europe.
No idea if it's gonna reach, but Celine is just gonna be like, "Corn!" and cry out for help.
Okay. Roll a D100. You will know the result when it happens, or if it happens.
If it happens, yeah. Okay, can I try and do like a scrutinize or an incantation to see if Nabeen is onto something with the candelabras?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, scrutinize or incantation, which do you prefer?
Which do you prefer?
I prefer incantation.
All right, so you are looking into the magicalness of this.
Yes.
Nabeen is on to something. Something about these candles is holding this demon here or allowing it to remain here. They are part of whatever ancient Prince of Change ritual occurred here long ago that twisted this chapel and summoned this demon way out here in the mountains.
These candelabras, like, they're hanging from the ceiling?
They are floating sort of in the spiral. And so there's there's one right next to you that is sort of up the wall from you, and then one further down that would be down along the floor. And then these other two are similarly positioned.
How high?
Too high for you to reach. Maybe like 6 feet off the ground, as it were.
Too high for me to reach as a rat?
Oh, actually, no. As rat, you are perfectly capable of reaching them, yes.
I really hope Corna heard me. Alright. There's no, like, attacks of opportunity or anything, right?
There certainly are.
There are, yeah. You have to disengage as an action.
Yeah.
Run, maneuver, hustle, provokes. Okay. Okay. So maneuver. Oh, that's 2.
It is.
I can't, like, try to dodge an attack of opportunity, right?
You can, as a reaction, but that's still 2 AP to move and dodge.
Fine. Yeah, but the other one is move 1 AP, and then I can, for 2, move 1 yard for 2 AP.
Yep, you are correct.
Is there... I always feel like you let me get away with so much. Is there any way I can fuck with the winds of magic in here? Like, he has been, or they have been, or whatever. Like, because everything's all twisted.
Well, Hart tried to. You weren't privy to exactly what happened, but you saw something weird happen with Nesgrin when she came in contact with it.
This isn't me imposing my will upon him. This is me imposing my will upon the room and possibly the candelabras.
To do what exactly?
Even if it's just one of them, I want to, like, because the gravity's all weird, I want the gravity to basically properly affect a candelabra. So make it fall and clatter to the ground. And hope it puts it out.
Okay. Yeah.
I figured that's minimal enough with that it's not going to be like an insane difficulty for her.
Yeah, roll incantation at like -10 because you are facing down a demon right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Think hard.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And
finally.
So you critically succeed, and as you sort of fall into this like second nature, it's not quite witch sight because that's a little bit more powerful in terms of observing these things, but you ride your consciousness briefly across this twisted space, and just very briefly you can flicker this weird gravitational field that's got going on, and the candelabra falls from where it's hanging sort of in this weird spiral, clatters to the ground. The rush of falling air puts the candles out.
Okay. What type of action do you want that to be?
That would be 1 AP.
But what type? Is it an attack, a perilous stunt?
Perilous stunt is probably the best description of it.
Okay.
Like a dirty trick, but with magic.
Yeah.
You're like a magical Lagarde. Oh, I can never get that word right. It's like Lagarde Main.
Oh, Ledgered Mane.
Ledgered Main, that one.
Yeah.
That's the person who reads the books. He reads those ledgers, man.
Yep.
One person. Fuck, I
Stop
thought
it
magic
and leave
missile was
now.
one
You didn't
person.
like that? That was
He
good.
reads those ledgers, man.
Stop it.
I'm injecting some premium quality entertainment into this stream while Nate does math.
You right.
I saw your dog or cat, Topher.
I
That's my husky.
have no
Sure.
idea if this is gonna work, but magic seems to affect this fucker in some way. I want to try and dispel
hi to
magic
everybody.
on him.
Okay. So roll me the spell.
Probably not gonna work, but why
So you
not?
reach out and try to cast Dispel Magic.
Pupper says hi, everybody.
And you
Hi,
succeed.
Popper.
And you
I didn't get
see
shit.
that this wave of magic unweaving that you cast at the demon causes that familiar rippling effect, but like magnified. It's like you blasted him with a shockwave as the skin waves and ripples and almost begins to peel, and it does not disintegrate,
Okay.
but almost incorporates this demon from the material world.
She just smiles and looks back. She's like, "Oh, I see."
And it leans forward, almost touching its face to yours, and it says, "Oh, you will."
Lillian, we need to spell magic! Little baby! Nesbin, swap!
I've got an axe in its mouth.
Yeah.
So,
Nabeen.
Do I have line of sight on any of these?
You do
candelabras?
on both. Oh, on the candelabras?
Yes.
You have line of sight on all of them. Because of the
Okay.
nature of this room, they are sort of in view no matter where you are.
Okay. I would like to take aim at one,
Okay?
and I would like to shoot it
All right.
and try to put the flames out.
This is just a regular attack for you, Nabeen.
Yeah.
Nice. So you take aim, lining up a shot. Did you have a particular one that you wanted to shoot?
I'll go for the
You
one in
actually
the
get. I guess never mind. Go ahead.
upper right. Go ahead.
Over
Cody.
here?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
It probably doesn't matter damage wise. I'll say you rolled a 1, so you would actually get to roll more.
Oh
I
yeah.
was
The
gonna
black
ask
powder.
that.
Yeah, you should roll roll your exploding dice. Nice. 13 damage. You saw Celine. So you had the idea. You were considering this candelabra and what it might mean. Celine picked up on maybe there's something to this, and put one out with magic. And you lean over, out over the pew, blast another one. It shatters into a bunch of bronze pieces. The candles fall to the ground, extinguished.
And I will save my last AP.
All right. Nesgrin, you have just been set on fire. Not mechanically, but damage-wise.
Yeah,
You are
copy me.
And I am panicking
Yeah.
So despite having control previously, I am literally going to retreat back into his mind.
We're done here. I helped.
He's going full like Texas Chainsaw. He's like,
Yep. Yep.
serial
So
killer
these are-
by day, baby
These
by
are like
night.
candelabras, or do they like stick with the, you know?
Yeah, it's like
they go
uh,
in the floor or they go in the ceiling.
they are floating. So it's like a
no, but-
multi-prong like menorah kind of thing.
I don't know what menorah is.
It's a Jewish.
Like,
Jewish
my
yeah.
question
rituals.
is if this is like those candelabras that they go over the ceiling, they're on the floor, or are candelabras
No, it's just
that
kinda
they
hanging
hang
in the air.
off the
There
ceiling?
is
Like-
nothing like tethering it to the
Yeah.
ceiling or floor. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
there in the
floating.
air. Nothing is holding it there but magic.
But
Yeah.
they're the size
Yeah,
you would
but no,
probably
I'm
have
asking
on like a table, right?
on the
Oh,
form.
the side. Form?
Yeah,
Form.
it's like a hand candle. So you would hold it, and there'd be like 4 candles kind of
Yeah,
coming off
like
a
the
center
one-
point.
Like the Beauty and the Beast, like the first
Yeah,
one.
exactly.
Yeah. And so
Aw.
they're floating sort of at cockeyed angles in this spiral.
Be our guest, be our guest. Join the demons for a rest.
You think I could grab one and stab with it?
You can't reach it easily, so you'd have to jump and grab it, and then you could certainly try to stab the demon with it. Depending on how much movement you have per
Have
AP,
6.
you have 6.
Right.
So you could probably run to either of these. This one's a little closer. Jump for an AP to grab it, and then you'd have 1 AP left. You'd have to obviously roll to jump, like coordination or something, or athletics. And then you have an AP left, so you probably wouldn't be able to get the stab in this turn, but you could certainly be ready to.
Okay, so what I will do is run and try to grab it. And then I will, if everything goes well, I will go duck behind cover.
Okay. You can also spend an AP or spend a fortune to gain an AP.
Let's see if I can grab it first. So I will run and do an athletics
Okay.
for this.
Look at that puppy. Look at that
He's so
little look at that
good.
dog boy.
He's so pretty. I wish I had a
Ah.
dog.
So you run, jump off the stone pew,
Oh,
and whiff the catch on the candelabra.
I will be like here.
Yeah, so you'd fall.
Does the air of her passing form generate enough wind to douse the flames?
Unfortunately not. On maybe a critical success, there would be some kind of like grab and whoosh it down to put the flames out kind of thing, but and this demon's head follows you as you run, but its body hasn't turned yet, so it's just like
It's like an owl.
yeah.
Okay, I will go in behind cover.
Okay. So Nesgrin takes cover. Lillian.
All right.
right.
I know that they want help, but I have plans, so fuck them.
Yeah,
It's fine.
totally.
I need
fair.
to give this guy a real nasty chop.
That's true.
One of them
Chop.
big old chopped. Oh, keep exploding,
God
boy.
damn. I wish I could keep that. I
Yeah.
cannot.
That's so much damage.
Well, no, I won't make you do that. That would be cheating. I'm gonna re-roll that miss.
Yeah.
That is a hit.
Yep.
Man, that is
Um,
half the damage you did.
I do still get another dice.
Let's
That's
see.
a 16. I think that's like exactly the same I rolled last time.
It is, and it is exactly not enough to fully kill this thing.
I don't want to kill it. If it's on death's door, I want to non-mechanically, like,
Yeah.
no, actually, mechanically, I will drop one of my axes and grab it by the scruff of its neck, just like that fur there.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna look it in the eyes and say, "You serve my god. I am the chosen of he. You serve me!"
I like
And it locks eyes with you, and it narrows its golden, glowing, intelligent eyes, and with its wolf mouth, it says, "You failed." And it howls into the air, and similar to your winter's bone, rhymes itself over, healing its wounds as ice fills in the cuts and broken bones.
Oh my god.
And I spend an AP, or not an
I knew it
AP,
could do this.
a fortune point for the
I warned you.
lick its wounds ability, and it moves 3 steps back up the damage track.
Oh my god. 3?
Cool. I'm gonna headbutt it.
Yeah, that you can make a. I'll let you roll an attack as a.
Oh, I was gonna make that athletics
Oh,
check.
yeah.
I will make this creature bow before me.
Heart, you are afraid.
I am so afraid. I don't know. Can I push Nesgrin's body to jump and try to grab the candelabra?
You can, with a risk.
All right, let's do it.
All right, Nesgrin, resolve at -10.
Tiki tiki. Where is it? Where is it?
Roll low, Nesgrin.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Yep. Yes.
Oh man.
Hey.
Yeah.
Good
Very
shit.
nice.
Nesgrin's life of athleticism proving to be
Yeah,
useful.
all those years smoking cigarettes and drinking booze in his own gambling rings.
Yeah.
All right. So do you want me to roll like an athletics or something to jump?
We'll have Nesgrin do it again. So Nesgrin, roll athletics as Heart assumes direct control.
Assuming direct control.
Ah.
Oh my god.
And so you, again,
I could reroll it.
you could. I just gave you back a
to
fortune
you.
point.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, do
I
it.
will reroll it.
I'll fight this thing as long as I have to.
Damn.
Oh.
Dang.
Talk about a cock tease.
See, that's
So-
why I wanted to roll the athletics.
Nesgrin again jumps up onto the pew, jumps into the air, and your fingers brush the bronze of the candelabra without finding purchase. The demons don't like this. They, in unison, begin to chant and cast. Let me find it. I should have just screenshotted this main gouge stuff.
You should screenshot every set of rules you're gonna use.
Yeah.
When I was like putting together that fight for the sea monster, I was like, all right, screenshot of the stats, build the stats into Roll20. All right, screenshot of all the rules I'm gonna be custom making for the battle, health charts to try and keep track of stuff, and then I was like, fuck that, I make them keep track of their own stuff,
Yeah, you did offload that on us.
which worked out really well. Gave you responsibility for something.
Responsibility, yay!
I was responsible for keeping Violette alive.
They both cast a spell called Chaos into Chaos. And
Or not.
I'm going to re-roll that
At least we made him use it.
Misfortune point?
with a misfortune point.
You sure? You could critically fail that.
I hope he does.
That would be very
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
And they
You
succeed.
want to re-roll that again?
And they summon around both of them a circle of dancing pink flame.
Why is it
Rules
gonna
of
be pink?
nature.
Why it all gotta be?
Because
And-
when I think about chaos, I too think of things that are just a little queer.
So,
You know?
I
Just a little
did
pink.
cast the spell magic earlier as an attack. There is also the reaction,
The reaction.
Counter spell.
which
Is
does
it,
use
is
the
the
spell
spell
magic.
instantaneous?
It is not instantaneous.
Therefore, you can use counter spell.
You could
I was
use
gonna say
counter
that's
As a
spell.
reaction.
Yeah.
So I will try and counter spell.
All right.
That work
I
on
am
both
looking at the
one
rules
next
to
to you.
fully
Just-
understand it.
Just the one spell.
Yeah, so it would be the one
Yeah.
next to you.
Yeah.
Do it, Nate.
Let's see.
Do it, and your transition will be complete. Do it.
Okay. Counterspell. I need to find it in chapter 10 because I don't know if it's going to increase my difficulty or how this is going to work exactly.
Okay. Yeah, so this is a...
Oh,
This is a lesser spell, if that matters.
Hunter, do I need to roll for injuries on that warg?
Oh, yeah. Should have been.
Oh, no.
Yeah, roll 2d6. And
All right,
we'll
give me
see
just
if-
1 second.
Yeah, you get any injuries.
It's not cast against me.
I would say that you...
Because it specifically says whenever targeted by a magic spell cast at you.
Yeah, this is technically not cast at you.
Yeah.
It was a good idea, though, Nate.
Yeah.
Cody, are those images you just posted what we're supposedly fighting?
Those are what I mentioned, Ashura from Soul Leader.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, so no injuries inflicted from your
On either
attacks.
of the attacks?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I've ever managed to inflict an injury. I rolled so many of those injury dice.
And I will pass the turn from the two demons to the warg. The warg bites at Cody. And we're going to re-roll that. So you guys get another fortune point. All right.
I'm gonna parry.
Okay.
Ding!
And it's going to attempt to trip you. Contested athletics. 40.
I'm not very good at this.
It's because you're so lanky.
Oof.
And
Because I've got
so
a bum leg.
as you ward the mouth away from you with the axe, it shoulder checks you and grabs your boot with its mouth and yanks you to the ground. And so this colossal wolf is now standing over you. And we pass the turn to Celine. Oh, actually, I forgot something. When they cast this spell and they surround themselves in this circle of pink flame, they both ripple and waver. And nothing of consequence happens.
Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing as before. We're gonna try and dispel magic.
All right.
Kill him with the wispy stuff,
Success.
Nate.
You cast out this blast of magic directly at the demon, and it barely holds together its corporeal form. It is just like a puddle in the wind, barely just not dispersing from your blast of dispelling magic.
Okay. I'm gonna tap into the winds of magic and try and take down the fire candelabra.
All right.
Another -10.
Yes.
Okay. Woo!
You reach out, drop it from the sky. It falls to the ground and extinguishes.
And that's 2 AP. I will save my last one.
All right, for a potential dodge or parry. Nabeen.
I am also going to do the same thing that I did last time and try and knock out that last candelabra. So I will take aim and attack it.
All right.
If you get another 100, you blow
I
Nesbitt's
forgot
head
to.
off.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I did forget to add my take aim, but
You blast this candelabra out of the sky.
We did it.
Breaks into pieces, falls to the ground, if I could ever actually select it, and just
Or freed. We're not sure.
or they're freed. I love that. And the two demons, they immediately begin to ripple and pulse, and it doesn't go away. Their forms are nebulous, breaking apart in front of you, but still barely maintaining in this world. Just the tiniest thread of magic maintaining them here now.
So it shouldn't take
I
too
will
much
save
more.
my last AP.
All right. Nesgrin. You stand across the spiraled stone from this demon inside its pink fire circle, and its body is just chaotic. Rippling flesh, body parts moving, and...
Give him the punch. He's right in his face hole.
Yeah, but I don't want to cross the pink flame thingy.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Do you have a ranged weapon?
Yo.
Shit.
Pick up the candelabra and
It's-
just chuck it at him.
Try.
Improvise.
Yeah, I know. Can I grab
Did,
the candelabra, throw it to, or just like to pieces and
Roll,
can't be used anymore?
roll me a perception check, Nesgrin.
Awareness.
Yeah, awareness, sorry.
Heartsbane has reach, so does that put me outside the flame of circle? Or
Oh,
inside the
nice.
With a critical success, Nesgrin, you look over and see that Celine is standing amongst these pink flames, seemingly uncaring about them being around her, and she's not burning or crying out in pain. They appear to be not normal flames, at least.
Okay, I will. How many AP? How many fortune points do I still have?
You got a lot now. I believe you've got 4, and I've got 2 misfortune.
Okay. Now I will move. Right. I will take aim.
Okay.
I will punch it.
And you, as you step into this fire, you feel that it gives off no heat. It makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up as you pass through it, and you feel the weird wibbly wobbliness of this change magic, but you are not burned.
At least it's something. Do you have a plus
still-
something
I'm still
for the
freaking
critical
out a little
success
bit
or
inside.
anything, or
Nothing extra. So you get your take aim and your regular
Oh, shit.
bonuses.
Oh,
As
yeah,
you
I
wind up-
I forgot of the take aim.
You wind up this haymaker and critically
job.
fail.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So you throw a punch, and seemingly predicting its path, its body like slopes and gels and dodges the thrown fist that you throw at it. And it turns to you and just grins as its face is rippling and the eyes are moving. Lillian.
Yes. Are we going with rules as written for prone? Meaning, will they get like? Are you going to give them additional bonuses to hit and stuff, or are we just going to say they do more damage?
They will do more damage.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to conveniently retrieve my other axe now that I am also on the ground.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wrap my legs around this thing's waist.
Okay.
Grab my axes and just start fucking going.
Just trying to chop it dead.
I don't want to kill it.
Okay.
But I do want to hurt it very, very badly.
Okay. That's a crit success.
Holy shit!
That's a critical success.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
It didn't do anything different for the damage.
So you do need roll another damage dice.
Damn! That's good, but I was really hoping for some explosions.
You have...
Actually, I'm going to use one of our fortune points. I'm going to turn one of those into a 6, and
So
I'm
we're
going to re-roll this.
22 damage plus 3. 25 damage. Let me look at my little wolf stats real quick.
Just fucking bathing myself in the blood I'm dripping off of this thing.
This is just enough to fully kill it from full health.
Oh my god.
So if you want to not to, you may choose to not to.
I would like to choose to not to. I'm gonna just go crazy on it, like pin it to the ground with
like
a foot,
full
or like with
reversal.
a knee. Yeah, and like hand to its head, and it's like, I serve him, you serve me.
And its eyes, golden and intelligent, turn up to you, and it says, with its wolf mouth, "He sees you." And the divine punishment is lifted off of you. By the blessing of the Winter King, you have defeated his messenger and redeemed yourself in failing one of your followers, and are now in the full light of his vision again, and have beneath you a silverback warg to do with what you please.
I would like to spend a fortune point to raise it back up 3 levels on the chart.
Yep. So it licks its wounds. You both howl together.
Oh god.
I want to mount this warg and then say, there's demons that need slaying.
And it says, then let us kill.
Man, if Lillian still liked me, I'd be cheering for her right now.
Hell yes! That's
Heart.
so fucking cool.
Heart, you stand amongst these pink flames.
Yes, sir.
And your brain tells you that you're not being burned. But what do your feelings tell you?
I think I should roll resolve.
Okay, roll me a resolve.
I've never had that feeling before.
I feel like I should roll resolve.
All right.
I do that every morning.
Being
And
as
so-
I pass,
You pass.
I'm gonna try to calm my fears.
Okay, yep. And so you quell this pyrophobia for just a second. Do you want to push Nesgrin's body further? There's a demon in front of you, seemingly in the process of, like, discorporating.
I wanna cleave him. Yeah.
All right. So a hand flies back to Heartsbane, and the sword comes out.
Oh.
And
Oh.
unless you choose to re-roll it, you will miss.
I'm gonna re-roll it.
All right. So now we're back up to 4 misfortune and 2 fortune.
Oof.
I want to cleave him in half.
hit. You cleave this thing in half, and as you do, seem to sever its ties to the laws of the real world. The two halves sort of spiral in the air in on themselves as if they were like being sucked down an invisible drain in midair. And as the last vestiges of this pink putty-like flesh disappears into these invisible pockets, a burst of magic and unseen light washes over you. And you need to give me... Let's see. Where is it? Make a resolve test. Actually, Nesgrin, you need to make a resolve test.
So as it goes down, I just want to yell out while I still have control of Nesgrin's body. That's for Celine.
And so, Nesgrin, you are washed in this change magic. And so roll me a resolve test.
Yeah, I was looking for resolve. I couldn't find it. 92.
You
Ooh.
fail.
Miss.
And so what happens is 55.
Ooh, a crit.
So this is not a crit. This is...
Oh, you're rolling from a table.
You gain a taint of chaos from the being in the vicinity of a Prince of Change Scion as it is banished back to the winds of magic.
Okay.
You gain the taint of chaos called Monstrous Countenance, which means that in some way your face has been mutated, which allows you to spend a fortune point and provoke fear without any roll or any test. And so you have become so disfigured in some way that I will let you determine by this mutating energy that you are able to scare people by just spending a fortune point. And this
Monstrous what?
Monstrous Countenance, which is
Is that mean Gauche?
no, that's in the regular book. It's number 55 on the Taint of Chaos table. Countenance is C-O-U-N.
Page.
What page is this? Let me get to the bottom. 659 is the table, and it's number 55.
Number 55. Yeah. And a fortune point to provoke fear.
Yep.
If he looks at someone hard enough, his face changes to Heart's face.
That would actually be hilarious.
Your fear.
That would be so fucking scary.
God.
This old woman, and then just it turns into a
Changes to,
dwarven.
like,
A man's face.
hardened dwarf.
Yeah, with a full beard. I love
You
that.
should use GM's caveat to make that.
Yeah, to just enforce that as the narrative.
What we can use is like I could make like a scrutinize test and see what people fear, and then I change my friend in the thing
Yeah.
that they fear.
Yeah. I like that. All right. This demon reaches a hand back and throws a fireball point blank at Celine.
Oof.
Gets a 14. You take 16 points of fire damage.
How many tiers is that for the rat?
If
I think
your
that's 2.
yeah, if your base was 8, then that should be
yeah,
2.
It's 2. Ooh, grievously wounded.
So we roll some dice. And you are not set on fire.
Oh, that last one almost landed on 6.
And as the fireball leaves its hand, its eyes widen in their misplaced spaces. The rippling becomes fully destructive, and it bursts into ribbons of flesh that are sucked into multiple tiny invisible holes in reality. And you are bathed again, just like Nesgrin, in a wave of transmuting magic.
Hey,
Roll
at least
me.
you heal you first.
Roll me a resolve. Yeah, so this will also induce corruption. So you got 3, Nesgrin.
Only 3?
I am successful.
Bargain.
Okay, and so you resist the taint of chaos, but do also receive 3 corruption.
Okay.
Some may even call it the grundle of chaos.
I can change my face into Selena Hart having sex.
Oh,
Just
God,
like
that'll-
on your
that'll
face.
scare everyone. Your flesh
Get stuck
contorts.
that way. I can't change it
Don't-
back, guys.
Don't make faces, you'll get stuck.
Oh my god. I love that.
This part is, it's not even like frozen. They're still like moving around. He's
Yeah.
just like, I can't. Put it
I don't
back."
even know who that is, and it's horrible.
Oh god. As it like dissipates, I want to say out loud, be like, God, how I wish I could have taken your precious, God, what was it again? Advocate or something? What was it called, Hunter? Because I knew what it was called.
Adversary demon?
Yeah, the adversary demon. I'll be like, God, how I wish I could have taken your precious adversary demon and used it to fuel a door, only to shunt it into nothing more.
And as the ribbons of flesh disappear, the temple falls silent.
I'm a little sad I didn't get to take my last turn. Like the one time I was like, yay, I know what I want to do on my turn.
Oh, what were you gonna
You
do?
take it from me. I was gonna hop up on that pew and just shoot it in the head and be like, don't think too hard.
Oh, I like that.
Whatever.
I am sorry that I took that from you.
Didn't have a bad enough day, Hunter. Thanks.
This is all again Nate's fault. So
We had a real
True.
turnaround on those
Always.
rolls, though.
We
Always
did. Holy
We started so bad,
it
and they
was
turned
going
around.
poorly.
God.
The temple falls quiet. Its candles out, the stone still permanently warped by the profane magic that was done here.
It's nice and dark and soothing on Nesgrin's eyes.
Yeah.
Lillian, atop the back of a silverback warg, bursts through the doors, axes in
Oh, you guys
hand.
took care of it.
Oh, we took
Look up
care
and
of
I'm
it.
like, late.
And
So, sorry, I had my own thing to take care of. Pat.
That's fair.
Yeah, take your time. It's not that we are killing demons here.
Yeah. You're
and
killing demons, I'm fighting angels?
God, yeah, celestial
So
wolves.
2 demons.
Oh, I see how it is. This guy doesn't believe in you.
No, because when you were fighting your god,
I love
what
that
did
face.
he do for us? Nothing. He threw us 2 demons. We have to
No,
take care
no,
of
he
it.
didn't throw us those two demons. A different guy threw us those two demons.
I don't know. He wasn't here for help.
Did you
As
attach him to the
usually
org?
what
That's
gods
great.
do, not being there for help you. See?
I'm actually a warg from the waist down and
Yeah,
a
I'm
human
trying-
head from the
I love
rest.
it.
I'm
Just
trying to
that-
fix that.
I
My
drag it along.
Desktop wallpaper when I start Borderlands, and it just perfectly overlays.
Oh yeah, aligns
my
the
that just-
pinup.
Would
The
that just make
psycho.
you like a warg tar?
Yeah.
some kind of sick combination. And so in this tomb-like silence in the chapel, a familiar voice whispers in each of your ears, an impressive display. So I suppose you'll want to hear some secrets. And that's where we will end this episode of Scarlet Sash Stories with the Sash Bearers against pretty stiff odds and trying to throw it in the beginning, succeed over the Adversary demon and the silverback warg sent by the Winter King. And
now we await our boon.
Shall be awarded some kind of boon by the Demon Prince of
RP?
Change. Definitely RP, yes.
I have a boon.
Can we
And
get that boon early? Just
the RP,
we don't want secret knowledge unless it's just like lore on how to fight.
Yeah. So you will receive your RP. We'll talk about that in the Discord channel. But thank you for being here to play, everybody. I'm glad that we got to do this. I so enjoy playing this with you guys. And thank you for all of you watching. If you're watching live or on YouTube, this is Fiends and Friends. That's what we're called collectively. And we produce this show, the Scarlet Sash Stories, in partnership with the Grim and Perilous people who published ZweihanderRPG. And this has been episode 35 of our long-running campaign. We've also got a bunch of other stuff going on. Tomorrow, Saturday, at 1 Central, we will be playing a new episode of our Dragon Age RPG campaign. Another long-running campaign about a mercenary company run by none other than Cody, our Lillian player. We also have coming up on Wednesday, because I don't think we're playing Forbidden Frontier this coming Monday, but on Wednesday, well, maybe actually I will talk to the cast. Potentially this coming Monday, we'll be playing D&D 5th edition, a Weird Western campaign called Forbidden Frontier. Then on Wednesday, Chris, in the lower right corner, our Nabeen player, is running a game of Live Through the Night? Survive the Night, which is an indie horror RPG where Nate and I will be playing characters at a wedding out in the Appalachian Mountains?
In the Appalachian region.
Yeah. And so check that out on Wednesday night. And then, of course, next Friday, we're going to try and do some more Scarlet Sash stories for you. So thank you for watching.
Tuesday, we also have...
Oh, that is Tuesday. Yep.
Yeah, we didn't play this week, right? So.
Yeah, Tuesday would be level 1. And so that is another show run by Cody, D&D 5th edition, science fantasy.
Yeah.
Very, very fun.
And very new player friendly. So if you've never played D&D, some of our players in that have never played. And so we're explaining rules and talking about good play strategy and stuff like that.
What you can do, the limitless possibilities. So yeah, a bunch of shit coming up that you should watch. Some of it, actually most of it's going to be over on our channel, the Fiends and Friends channel here on Twitch. And then, of course, this Friday's show is here on the ZweihanderRPG show. So, thank you again. Check us out. Drop a follow here. Drop a follow at Fiends and Friends. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye and good night.